Today, we're tackling a really big question, one that I think affects almost everyone. How do we stop our past from sabotaging our future? We're going to unpack the science and the strategy behind breaking free from those old patterns to build a totally new reality. So let's kick things off with this really powerful idea from trauma expert Bessel van der Kolk. What he's saying is that our past experiences, especially the tough ones, aren't just memories floating around in our heads. The thing is, they actually get physically wired into our bodies, and they end up driving how we feel and react today, a lot of the time without us even realizing it. You know that feeling? Like you're stuck on a loop? Maybe you're facing the same kinds of challenges over and over, or feeling the same old insecurities no matter how hard you try to change. Well, you are definitely not alone. And here's the thing, it's not some kind of personal failure. It's actually a really deep biological and energetic pattern, and that's exactly what we're about to get into. All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to start with the loop of the past. Then we'll dig into the biology of being stuck. After that, we'll explore how to step into a new field of possibility, learn how to really embody our future. And then, and this is a big one, we'll connect it all to creating real abundance in our lives. Okay, first step. Let's really dig into this idea of being trapped in a cycle. I mean, how does this whole loop of self-sabotage and feeling limited even get started in the first place? Well, it all begins in the mind. Well, it all comes down to something called the think-feel loop. So imagine this. You have a thought, right? Maybe it's from some old experience, something like, I'm just not good enough. Instantly, that thought fires off chemicals in your brain that make you feel unworthy. And the second you feel unworthy, guess what? Your brain just wants to think more thoughts that match that feeling. And boom, you're caught in a feedback loop. And if you do this over and over and over again, it just becomes this unconscious habit. You know, Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this a lot. Your body literally gets conditioned emotionally to live in the past. Your thoughts are stuck in the past. Your feelings are stuck in the past. Your whole way of being is stuck in the past. So what kind of future can you create from there? Well, one that looks pretty much exactly like your past. Okay, so here's the really crucial part. This isn't just in your head, right? It's not just a psychological thing. This loop gets physically hardwired into our biology. This is where the body literally keeps the score. Think about it. When something traumatic happens, your body's survival system just goes into overdrive. But if that trauma never really gets resolved, that internal alarm can literally get stuck in the on position. So years, even decades later, your body has no idea the event is actually over. And this slide is incredible because it shows us exactly what's going on inside. This is a brain scan during a trauma flashback. See that bright spot? That's the amygdala, the brain's fear center, totally lit up. What you have to understand is, to the brain, there is zero difference between what happened back then and right now. It thinks it's happening all over again, and it unleashes the exact same flood of stress hormones. So when you're living in that constant state of survival, your whole world just shrinks. You start defining reality only by what you can see, hear, and touch, because that's where the danger is, right? All your focus, all your attention gets locked onto your body, your environment, and the ticking clock, leaving absolutely no room to even think about a new possibility. But, and this is a big but, this is where the story can totally shift. See, if our focused attention is what's keeping us stuck, then our attention is also the key to getting unstuck. We can actually learn to consciously shift from this state of survival into a state of creation. So the whole journey really begins with taking your power back. And this diagram shows you what I mean. Think of all that energy that we just leak out, worrying about the future, replaying the past. We can actually pull that all back. We take it back from the outside world and bring it right here, into the powerful present moment. And when we do that, we start to build this incredible energy field around ourselves. And when you pull your awareness into the now, you start to unplug from that identity of just being a body in a physical world. This is how we connect to what some people call the quantum field. Just think of it like this invisible field, all this energy and information where every single possible future already exists. Not as a solid thing, but as a pure possibility just waiting for you to choose it. And honestly, this right here, this is the key to the whole thing. As long as you're focused on what you already know, your problems, your past, your body, you're just going to keep getting more of the same. If you want to create something truly new, you have to put your attention on the unknown, on a potential that only exists in that field of possibility. Okay, so that's the big question, isn't it? How do you actually do this? How do you go from being a product of your past to becoming the conscious creator of your own future? This chart, wow, it just lays out the whole journey perfectly. We start out over here in our material reality, where our consciousness is all about being somebody, someone, right, in a specific place at a specific time. But the doorway, the gateway to creating something new, is to become pure consciousness. That means getting to a place where you are no body, no one, no thing, nowhere, in no time. Yeah, that's the state you can hit in deep meditation. See, the moment you can get beyond the memory of who you think you are, beyond your name, your job, all those past traumas, your whole identity, you're no longer a victim of that past. You become pure awareness in this infinite field of potential. And from that space, you can pick a new future and start to emotionally embody it right now. And I really want to stress this whole process isn't just about feeling better emotionally. It has a real, tangible effect on our outer world, especially when it comes to things like abundance. And yeah, even money. Okay, so let's go back to that survival mode we were talking about. That is, by its very definition, a scarcity mindset. It's fueled by stress hormones, by what's missing, by lack. But this creative state, the one we've been diving into, that is a pure abundance mindset. It's fueled by calm, by feelings of being whole, by gratitude, and by focusing on what's possible. And this quote from Stuart Wilde it hits the nail on the head. Abundance is not, and never will be, a number in your bank account. It's an internal state. It's a feeling of wholeness and security that you have to build inside yourself first, completely separate from what's going on outside of you. So here's kind of the energetic principle at work here. Money, or any resource really, flows towards stability. If your energy is all over the place, fractured by fear and insecurity from the past, you're basically putting out this chaotic, unstable signal that actually pushes away the very things you want. But when you do the work, when you heal that past and create a sense of inner calm, you generate this stable, coherent energy. And suddenly, you become an energetic match for the abundance you're looking for. So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's that you are not, under any circumstances, doomed to repeat your past. The person you've been up until now, that's just a habit. It's a collection of thoughts and feelings you've memorized. By becoming aware of that old self and consciously choosing a new one, you can literally rewire your brain, change your body, and transform your life. The only real question left to ask is, who are you going to become?